Hey guys, it's Sarah Joy. This week I have a fun video for you. We're going to be going back in time to my friend Kelly's house, and then we're going to bring you up to present and see all of the projects that she has taken on as well. It's been really fun. As we've been working on our house projects, they have bought a house and been working on things the entire time that we have as well. They're like 2 weeks ahead of us in the house buying process. So it's been super cool to be a part of both at the same time. And we've done a lot of projects together. So I want to take you back, show you what their house is like when they first bought it, and then show you part one at least of what it's like now. So let's get into it.
Welcome.
Yay.
Come on in.
All right, so we're starting off with your living room.
Yes.
Let's talk about everything that you did in here and what it was like before, what you didn't like about it before, what you did like about it before, and kind of all the projects that you took on from there.
So when we first looked at the house, we loved how it was set up, but we did not like the paint color and we did not like the flooring.
Yeah.
So
It was beige city.
Yes,
Just like
it
us.
was just like beige everywhere.
Yeah.
The flooring was this cold tile that I didn't like, and it was everywhere. And so Matthew was like, we can change it, we can redo the floors, and we can paint. And so I was like, okay, well, we like everything else, let's do it. So before we moved in, we had a month, so we took on the flooring and we painted everything. We painted the walls white, and that was a little difficult because if you see this paneling, there was oil paint on it.
Yeah.
So we had to degloss, we had to prime and do all that thing. Yeah. Shout out to my mom who noticed that it was oil paint. And then we laid the floor, and that was a whole ordeal.
And y'all did the floor. Y'all did the floor yourselves.
We did. Matthew cut, and he would come put it on, and I would hook it together, and it wasn't bad, but
incredible.
It actually was a fun project.
Okay, so let's talk about the whole process of, I guess, choosing your color themes and all that.
You were there.
All that good stuff. I was clutch.
You helped
no, I'm kidding.
with all of that.
Yeah, so we kind of, did we do it?
At your old apartment.
We did it at our old apartment. So you had done, what, your inspection here?
Yes.
So y'all done your inspection. We came along to like kind of snap pictures of everything and kind of see what we had to work with.
Right.
And then brainstorm, I guess, like what colors we wanted to do from there.
Yes.
So what we ended up picking was
Snowbound
white. We were trying to cool off some areas because it was beige, so we were trying to bring it up to white, modernize it a little bit more, and then we wanted to still bring in some warmth so it wasn't so cold, I guess, because her home has some really cool features. So you'll see in this one built-in area we did a green color, and then we also tied that in to one of her bedroom walls as well.
Yes.
And originally in the living room, she just had a white fireplace, like it was already painted white brick whenever they moved in, and I don't know why we decided to paint it.
Well,
but
I think because I love a white brick fireplace.
We thought we did.
Everything else was white except for this one green piece in the living room. So we were like, I was like, what can we do to
like
kind
warm
of
it
put
up.
a little spice on it?
Yeah.
And Sarah was like, oh, well, my mom just did something recently.
Yeah.
I did it for her. I can do it here. And we had some $6 paint.
Yeah.
And we did it.
Yeah, so
She
the
did
color,
it.
that's a blog entry from like
Yes.
months ago about the $6 fireplace hack, but it's a really easy hack to do if you already have painted something like one color, to just go around and like kind of sponge paint another color onto it to kind of warm it up. But the color we used is actually the same color that she ended up using in her kitchen.
Yeah.
So tell me about this painting on the wall.
It's Gilmore Girls inspired.
Yeah.
So actually, I saw that these two paintings and then this one were available on Amazon, but I needed a fourth because I wanted to do 2 and 2, and I couldn't figure out a fourth one. I couldn't find a fourth one. Well, then as I was doing my searching, I was like, oh, Gilmore Girls picture.
Yep.
So I found it, ordered it. It came with a second one that I didn't end up using because it was a little scandalous. But
yeah. Festival of Living Art inspired.
yes.
Okay, let's move on to the next room. So now we're in the kitchen. Let's talk through everything that we did. So obviously you can see they did quite a big project with the cabinetry because it was just old. It was
It wasn't closing very well.
Yeah, and it's just, they're in the same boat as me. Like when you don't have soft close hinges, it it kind of aggravates your life a little bit. So what they did was they just kept all of the cabinet boxes and replaced all of the facing. Is that correct?
Yes.
And then painted it all and added all their own hardware. We actually have the same hardware.
Yes.
And then you guys didn't replace your backsplash tile,
No.
right? Okay,
Just painted it.
Yeah.
Which
and it looks
is
so
awesome.
much more modern, I
Right.
think. Like
It does.
just having the white there. When we were picking out colors, we were kind of thinking about the granite that they already have, because they didn't have a bad granite, you know. Ours was like black, so we felt like we needed to change it. But theirs was still nice and definitely very useful, and so we just wanted to kind of, I guess, brighten up the kitchen a little bit, but at the same time, like the cabinets, ironically, were already white. It just wasn't vibing.
It wasn't working. No.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is so weird, like being in here. Like everything was light, but it just didn't feel modern, I guess. I don't know. So we wanted to kind of play off some of the coloring that was inside the granite, and I will show you what the granite is in a close-up. But yeah, we took the granite piece and then picked the white and the cabinet color and the hardware color based off of that, and kind of played into it. And I think the floor too. I don't know.
Yeah, and I actually think the granite even looks even better now.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't like, oh, I love it, but like now I'm like, wait, it looks really good with the color we chose.
Exactly. With all the beige,
it pops. I think.
Yeah, with all the beige, the granite was like, ugh. And then when we changed it, it
Like,
just
okay,
helped. I also think before, you'll notice there was a lot of black hardware,
Yes.
and
We're still changing things, but
yeah, I don't think that was the vibe.
no.
The gold definitely softens all of it and kind of makes it more chef's kiss, you know? Okay, cool. Let's move on to your little breakfast nook.
Okay.
And let's just talk about what you did in here. It's pretty simple, but tell us about the table.
The table was actually a thrift that Sarah found for me. I wanted a round table in here.
I think I found it the day we bought our house. Like the day we actually went to the title company, bought the house, got the key.
Yeah.
There was like a little period where we like couldn't get in the house yet technically because the other people, like the sellers, hadn't signed. So I was like, might as well go to the thrift store.
Yeah.
I found Kelly a
we
table.
have been going to the thrift store ever since.
Yes, absolutely.
But this was awesome. It was $80. It didn't need any paint. Like it was literally this color, which is
Super
amazing
cute.
and super in.
Yeah.
And so we just painted everything white.
Yep.
Still working on a few things. Like I want to change the light.
Also, shout out on the artwork.
Yes, my mom has done mostly everything in my house.
Custom artwork. So this beautiful piece that you see is by her mom. All right, so Kelly is a book queen. And we had this, what was this? I guess the formal living room?
Yeah, I think
This
so.
is a formal living room. And she decided to turn it into a reading room, which is
It's
super
inspired
fun.
by Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
As it should be, because you are Kel and
I do love
Kel of the Bell. Okay.
And I want a reading room, so
Yeah.
I was like, well, let's just make this room into a reading room, and it has this
Yes.
little window seat that I've always wanted.
Yep.
I've always dreamed of having a window seat.
I
and my
agree.
mom will be making a cushion here
Yay!
soon.
Oh my
But
gosh, so cute.
until then, we have 2 chairs.
Yep.
Found this table, thrifting again.
Yes. And she's got like this layered rug situation going on. Thrifted one of the rugs.
Yes.
Thrifted the table. You know, thrifted that table in the background. Sorry, I'm
My
pointing at you.
Kia painting things.
Lots of fun artwork around here.
Yes.
And then this cool statement bookshelf that she's put a lot on. But this is just a really cozy space and she's getting her read on.
I do love it.
Yeah. Okay, we're undecided on what to call this room.
Yeah.
We think it is a dining room, but it's also a bonus dining room.
Yes.
Because it could be a game room or
Kind of have
we kind of have a second dining room to show you. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, this table was at your apartment, right?
It was. My grandpa made it.
Her grandpa made the table.
So
Amazing.
I'm happy to have a place for it.
And if you remember, I don't know if you've been following along, but we did this whole basket wall at her apartment as well. So that kind of just, it moved.
Yes.
Yep.
I think it looks really good on the white wall.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Was your apartment like beige walls?
It was like a creamy, not creamy, it was like a dark tan.
Wow. Yeah.
That's why I was like, white everything.
Make it all white.
Yes.
Okay. let's check out the sunroom. All right, so we are out in the sunroom, which is also could be the dining room, also could be the fun zone. So the fun part about this is we figured out this used to actually not be part of the house.
No, it was an addition.
Yeah, it was definitely an addition. So this chimney was on the exterior, obviously. This was like the exterior door. And yeah, this was all just like their yard. So I guess at some point they added this whole room on, which is pretty fun. Always great to have some bonus space.
I love it, yeah.
Yeah.
We've played games out here.
Yeah, we love it.
Eat out here. People seem to like it. If we've had a party, people hang out in
It's
here.
definitely a party room.
You kind of feel like you're outside, but
yeah,
less heat.
And like the deck is right outside, so you have a lot of space.
And
to
a
go
lot of
along with it.
windows, which I love.
Now,
Trying to grow plants.
yeah, got to do that in a sunroom. So I'm trying to remember what it was like in here before. Was it
gray.
Yeah, I think gray walls.
Wasn't terrible, but I really wanted it to be super bright in here since all the windows and the natural lighting coming in.
Yes.
And I thought the gray kind of made it dark.
The floor was tile, but it was like a really shiny tile that kind of made me feel like, I don't know, it just kind of made it look dated.
Yeah.
Also, they probably did the flooring themselves because it did not look the best.
No, it was not good.
No, it was kind of like patchy or like, I don't know. Like there were some bizarre things that went along with it. So, you know, it was all in one piece and like, it was fine, but it just didn't look the best. Yeah. So, they were busy like buying flooring for the rest of their house, which...
And we went on a trip.
Was quite an undertaking. Yes, you did go on a trip. So while they were gone on vacation, I was like, well, whilst people won't be here like actively walking, I'll do their floors.
We took on that project.
So that will probably be a whole separate video on how to make this tile flooring. But basically, many coats of paint later, we have a new tile floor. And that's all to do with paint. And it
looks amazing.
It has held up super well.
Yeah, it really has.
Yeah.
And if anything gets on it, I can just wipe it off. It comes off really easily.
And we've like kind of drug chairs around, definitely had some high traffic areas, and it's been, what, like 5 months?
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? So it's been about 5 months and no signs of any kind of damage. So I definitely think if you're looking for some kind of hack for your flooring, this is definitely one of the things that you can do because it turned out pretty well. It was a good bit of work, but this is also like a surprisingly massive room.
Yeah, it's pretty.
So if you're in kind of like a smaller space, especially I'm thinking like for a laundry room, 100% do it. Or like a bathroom, it would be so much easier. But this is actually like a massive space. It took a long time. Many coats of paint. I wasn't in the best, let me just say I wasn't in the best headspace after working in here unventilated for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was fun. So this next room that we're going to show you, super fun. It's still in progress, work in progress, but we couldn't not show you because it's still
at least the wall.
Super fun. Yeah, so basically Kelly had pinned, what was it? Was it a wallpaper?
It was a wallpaper, yes.
Like a wallpaper that she liked on Pinterest. And I just made my own stencil of it and kind of like drew some leaves on the wall to kind of mimic the wallpaper. So that's a really fun little thing. And I think there's, what are y'all still doing? Cabinets in there?
So the cabinets and the flooring.
Cabinets and floors. So it'll all like...
It'll look so good together once it's done.
It's going to be...
That will be soon.
Super classy. All right. Woo! Nice and bright in here. We are in Kelly's bathroom. Tell us what you guys did in here. So kind of like the countertops, that's similar to what we did in the kitchen.
Right.
So
we did the flooring here.
Amazing.
Which was surprisingly a little bit difficult because of all the edges that you have to cut around.
Totally. No, it's nothing but edges.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of thought, oh, it's smaller, it'll be easier, but no. Around the toilet was kind of hard. And then we also painted this box and then replaced the cabinet doors.
Yes.
Like the kitchen, and then put on handles. And then this little spot as well.
Also, you replace these light fixtures for sure.
Found these mirrors at World Market.
Love them. They're so cute.
Put a little towel
And you changed this out,
yes,
for sure.
Amazon. Love Amazon.
Good, I love Amazon
Sometimes.
for all the things. And this art, this artwork's really cute too.
Yes, these were
This is shocking,
from
guys.
IKEA. They came with 4 prints for $6.
Shocking.
Crazy.
They're so cute. I feel
Yeah,
like they
they're
look
really
so like artwork.
Yes.
Love
And
them.
then a painting by my mom.
Yay! Now we're in one of my favorite spaces, and that is the master bedroom. Like we said, we were gonna go with the green in 2 different places. So, well, actually, it's in 3 different places. There is a spot upstairs
True.
that has the green as well. We were kind of just tying that through the house. So, really, when we were looking at paint colors, we were picking cabinet colors, which was gonna tie through the bathrooms and the kitchen and the fireplace, and then the white that's going to be pretty much everywhere, and then a green accent color. So those are pretty much the 3 colors we went with, and then we picked out the hardware color and the floor color, and I guess, you know, the tile floor out in the sunroom is a little bit of a different color. But anyway, so when it came to her bedroom, in order to make it a little fancier, you guys took on a board and batten wall.
Yes.
Which is definitely all over Pinterest,
Right.
and it looks amazing. Tell us about the process.
Pretty much we just followed a YouTube video.
How hard was it?
It was somewhat hard. It actually, I won't say that it was like terribly hard, but you do have to measure everything, and it can take a couple days to get everything right because you have to figure out where, like, how you want to do it. There's different types of board and batten that you can do.
Because
We
you guys
just
pretty
wanted,
much did like
straight,
the, you
simple,
didn't go like across in
yeah.
a grid.
It would have taken even longer, so I was like, let's
Yeah.
just do the
Sometimes
walls,
that's a little much,
you know,
too.
little strips across.
Yeah.
So it took a few days, and then you have to paint.
Prime,
And
paint,
prime paint,
sand, paint, yeah.
Paint the wood, you know, all of those things.
I just want to point out, like, your wall is still textured. It's not like you went and, like, had, like, a flat wall to go along with it, because sometimes, like, well, like, in your living room, you have the crown molding, but then you also have, like, a wooden background, so it just looks, like, super flat, I guess. But I love the textured wall with the board and batten. I feel like it still looks, like, seamless. In the back of my mind, when I was thinking about board and batten walls, I was thinking, like, why would you, like, would it look right on a textured wall, I guess, to have that, but I think it looks amazing. And I really like that you didn't do, like, beams across, because I actually think it makes your ceiling look taller.
Look taller, yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
And we were able to put pictures in the middle.
Yeah, pictures in between. It's amazing. I love it. Way to go. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for taking the tour of Kelly's house.
Yes.
It's been fun. We're going to call this part 1, because as you can see, there is a part 2 up that way. But we will show you. It is in progress. You've seen a little bit of it with the arch wall that we did and the curtains, but there is much more to see up there because there's a whole nother house upstairs.
Yes.
So anyway, thanks for watching this week's video. Hope you enjoyed it. All right, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss a video, and I will be back next Tuesday with a new video for you. See ya.
What a wonderful